Hello, YouTuber woobers. I got a new camera. It's and a new lens. Now it comes as a kit. As a, has an 18 to 50 millimeter, something like that, 55 millimeter. But when you read all the reviews, it says that the lens comes with it. It's kind of junky, and you're better off buying the body only. Except they're sold out of the body only. So I was able to get a this one used for 150 less, which they said it's about what it is if you buy it without the lens. My other camera is a T7. This one's the T8i, and the screen comes out so that you can record in front of it. It does 4K video, and picture quality is really amazing. It has an external jack for an external uh, wireless headphone, which is I only use the Rhodes. So this is the one that I generally use, unless I'm using the you know the wireless. But these for most of my applications, this one actually works the best. I have this one, and I have another one over there somewhere, which is just a smaller version. And I got this T bracket so that I can mount both the light and the microphone on top of the camera at the same time, which is really nice. And it works for the skater, the C bracket that I have for my video cameras. So what's nice about shooting video with this is that the picture quality is amazing. The one that I just did recently with drum and the heartbeat, it's a short video. I shot with this camera, and I started with 4K. But the problem now with the 4K is that Windows 10 doesn't really recognize my 4K videos. And if I even manage to get it over onto the system, then I could I could put it onto the timeline from the SD card in the camera. But of course, once you pull out the SD card, it you lose that connection back because Premiere Pro uses links to their media instead of actually having the file. So the file sizes for the editing part of the video are relatively small compared to, like, say, Final Cut Pro, that has the media built into the working file. So and I guess you have that option to go either way, depending on things. But it's a really nice camera. It's a little getting used to, where the controls are a little different than the T7, and the batteries are different, which is too bad because I have like 10 batteries for my T7, and none of them will fit in this camera, of course. So you have to get all new batteries. Um, and then the input is using a micro C connector for live streaming. It's not live streaming, but when I connect it up to uh, either when I tether it into either the Adobe Classic or I can't think of what it's called. But anyway, when I tether the camera so that when I'm doing still, if I'm shooting portraits, it's nice to put up the picture you take on the big screen, and then your client sees, how that picture just came out. And it makes it really nice for them to understand the connection between the camera and them versus just taking, if you're out in the field, you're just going to take pictures and you're going to look at your viewfinder and see how they came out and then keep on going. But when you have a controlled studio like I would have here, the you know it's nice to give them instant feedback so they know how to pose for each photograph. Yeah. So anyway, that cable's different. So I had to buy another cable, another $30 for a tethering cable. You know, it really adds up rather quick. Batteries are $50 a piece if I buy Canon. There's a knockoff brands on Amazon. Whether they're as reliable or not, I don't know. But and then I had bought, and I actually got it used off of Amazon. I think it was 230 on BH&H in their used thing, and this one was 179. I think it was also 230 in the Canon refurbished on Amazon, or they call it renewed. Um, but I got one for 180, and so this it's an 18 to 10 to 18. Oh, excuse me. I posted some pictures on the differences a little bit. What's nice about the wider end, this is probably kind of the closest you can go wide without being too fisheye. Unless you're doing landscapes, you're going to get a fisheye look at landscapes. But this way, in my studio, the wall over there is about 10 feet away. And with the 22 millimeter, I wasn't getting a full picture very well because I could only go back so far. And in all the rooms of my house, it's not much any different. Unless I did it in that room in the kitchen, I could do it over there. But then my computers aren't over there. So, someday I'll have a laptop. I'm self-sufficient here, so this camera ended up being almost $1,000 for the camera plus the gear. In the end, but I finally bit the bullet and went for it. Got on a store credit plan, and I'll pay it off, and that'll be that. Now I am having some problems with it. The 4K video, it doesn't get recognized on Windows 10. I don't think it's going to be any more different on Windows 11. But it comes up as 0. The file size is 0. And if I manage to get it over onto one of the system drives, it'll say I can't read the file, even though it's an MP4 cable file. It won't recognize it. So if anybody out there in YouTube land has any ideas about it on how to fix that, that would be great because it'd be nice to be able to shoot 4K because when you zoom in, you could actually shoot with one perspective. Say you're shooting um, a ball game or a basketball game, you could shoot the whole thing and then go back and follow, a particular player, zoom in and track them and their movements. Um, that kind of thing. You could do kind of things like that and still stay in 1080p if you wanted to. Or you could upload the whole thing in 4K. But I don't think it's a huge thing. Oh, excuse me. I just did one of those falling asleep at the desk things. And Yeah. So if anyone has any ideas on how to fix that, I was following Microsoft's thing, and then when I did that, I changed some setting in my systems folder for so my interface on my Adobe Premiere, I can't get my audio, either the speakers or the microphones to work. It just says not working. And I've been stumbling through troubleshooting to see if I can figure out, what has been changed. I've upgraded the video driver to um, the latest driver, and I've reloaded Premiere twice. First time I just reloaded. The second time I deleted all the settings and went in with fresh settings. That's not fixing it. Comes up as saying, the microphone is not working and the speakers are not working. I don't really, but they all work. Oh, like this video here, it all works. The sound's working. And my speakers work when I watch a YouTube video or Rumble video. So it's definitely something with a setting for interfacing with Adobe, um, on the system folder, but I just don't know what it is. I tried going backwards to figure out what that was, and all I did is I reset to default, and I think that was when it stopped working. So if you have any ideas about that, leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe and share and all that cool stuff. Um, and I also have an account over on Rumble, and I recommend all of you to, especially your creators, is to go over and create a Rumble account for your YouTube channel. They won't censor you, and if for some reason YouTube decides to shut your channel down because of reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with anything, that you will still have a following over there, and you tell everybody to start following you on Rumble. The way I have it set up is that any video I create on YouTube gets sent over to Rumble, so I don't have to manually upload video onto Rumble at the same time. So um, it's just something you should do. They're not a judgmental video provider as YouTube is. And these are really, really charged times and strange times, as you probably have figured out. Kitten videos seem to be safe, but you can only take so much video of kittens. Well, that's about it. Wish everyone's having a wonderful Sunday, or for those that are 12 hours ahead, I guess Sunday's over. And have a great day. End stream.